Fine, normal. As you can see, I am recording episode 8 mega final cold opening. Viet Ham. Helen Ham title. The Quantum Whale Rescue. You are Helen, resourceful resident of the bin. I am Darren, the chief's son. I am also Craig, tribe member and cousin of the chief's son. You are also the beloved pet whale, should it appear.
Should it?
Ring, 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 ring.
An action.
An action.
Ring, ring. My home is beautiful. Seen Helen's humble bin home behind Darren's house. I am diligently working on fixing a peculiarly broken BlackBerry phone. There are gadgets scattered everywhere, and there will be jungle noises added. Oh, these tricky BlackBerry phones, always up to some digital mischief.
Oh, Helen, I can say you're engrossed in your work. Hello, Helen, fixing another device, I see.
Indeed, Darren, busy as ever. Got to keep these phones in shape for everyone. I have a cold also, by the way.
I've got a bag. Jingle, jingle, listen to this bag full of magnificent malfunctioning gadgets. Helen, my cousin, needs help with their phone too. It's acting all wonky.
Sure thing, Craig. Pass them over. I'll work my magic.
There you go, Helen.
What was that squall of distress? What in the jungle? That sounded like my pet whale. Ooh. She rushes outside. No, I rush outside. My pet whale, unnamed. What are you doing in that buzzing net? Oh no, whale, my dear. How did you get tangled in this mess? Oh dear, our poor whale caught in this buzzing net. We need to act quickly.
Helen, what shall we do? Net seems peculiar, like something out of the internet.
I think I just logged onto my internet.
The net is exhibiting peculiar quantum properties.
Oh dear, our poor whale entangled in this buzzing quantum net. We must act swiftly to untangle it and set our beloved companion free.
Helen, this net seems to defy the laws of nature. It's like a mystical superposition of all possibilities.
Ah, you've hit the quantum nail on the quantum head. This net exists in a state of superposition, trapping our whale in multiple potential states. Quantum. But fear not, my friends, for we shall unravel this enigma.
Is that, what did you say? Helen is a quantum whale, but why would the neighbouring tribe desire our whale? What could be the convoluted reason?
Ah, my friend. The tale unfolds like a web of quantum entanglement. You see, their misguided belief is that by capturing our quantum whale, they can harness its entangled nature to power their quantum computing experiments. They seek to exploit its unique state, connecting it to their own network in a bid to break the barriers of computation.
Is it true that you used to be married to Lady John Ham with some legs made of dynamite? You used to live next door to Maude Flanders, rest in peace.
I'm not here to talk about that. Don't ever bring that up again.
So they want to harness the whale's entangled state to advance their quantum computing capabilities. How deviously intricate.
Indeed, the convoluted reasoning stems from a desire to achieve unprecedented computational power. But quantum fret not, for we shall not let them unravel our beloved whale's quantum essence.
Chatter. Oh, how can we utilise our understanding of entanglement and other quantum phenomena to get them get whaley out of the net? Helen, this net seems impenetrable. It's like a formidable barrier defying all of our efforts.
My friend, remember the phenomenon of quantum tunneling? We shall exploit the very fabric of this quantum net, allowing the whale to tunnel through its barriers, transcending their quantum grasp.
Oh, what a whimsical display of quantum-inspired actions tapping into the realm of uncertainty, wave particle duality and quantum interference. Hooray, we have rescued the whale from the quantum tribe's convoluted scheme.
Good job, every quantum body.
Helen, look at us. We're tapping into the realm of uncertainty and wave particle duality like a bunch of wibbly-wobbly quantum magicians.
Ha ha ha, giggle. It's like we're living in a quantum circus, Darren. Watch as we navigate the quantum net with a wave of absurdity and a sprinkle of quantum interference.
Oh, my wife does not like it when you talk about that. She suspects a deeper connection between me and you, but there is none, and there never will be.
Helen, seems that you have uncanny knowledge of quantum antics. Are you sure you're not secretly studying the art of quantum romance?
Quantum romance? Oh heavens no, I assure you it's all about the tangled quantum romance. I mean physics, not tangled love affairs, quantum.
Eyebrows raising. Ah, darling, it's all good fun. Helen's just our resident quantum expert, saving our beloved whale from the clutches of a previously unmentioned quantum tribe.
Yes, Darren's wife. I'm simply a quantum superhero, battling entangle nets and quantum quagmires. No romantic entanglements here, Darren's wife.
Oh, skeptical look, but the whimsical chaos of this quantum-inspired rescue mission has distracted me.
Darren's wife is a bitch.
Chatbot! In the realm of rumblings where the bushy sway, Maxstone Oral Roberts enters the play, blinking eyes, changing clothes, and transcending space. A mysterious figure with a hidden trace. A secret bigamist in Vegas, one may presume, or perhaps a Mexican wrestler's loyal fume. A supporter of pocket braids' unique taste, defying conventions and embracing life's haste. Not a pharmacist, but a related field in me. A profession veiled in enigmatic glee. An ice cream face stuffer, judge me not, for in judgment a hypocrisy may be caught. Pentecost embrace is a spiritual fire. In her own podcast, a supporting wire. A captivating character, her story unfolds. In the realm of popularity, her podcast holds. It's the Maude Flanders Interweb Discussion Series 9, Episode 8, the end one of this season. Yeah.
Who would have
Who would have thought it?
8.1, although it is 9.
Back in the Salt Circle. It's a new
We're back
Salt
here now.
Circle. How did we end up back here? Is it a dream? Is it a what if? Is it an imaginary story? But Ham over there hurt. I thought he was dead. Bury the veil. Can't remember what happened to her. Probably on a mountain. Little KV and his mice and a substitute spider. Hee hee hee. We're a new Salt Circle and we're all gathered together inside it, heroes. Me and you, flimsy.
If it feels safe in here now, even though we lost Commander Darren Spider. to the
Slap.
Squishies.
Ah, what are you doing? What are you doing? Wake up, Flimsy and Rosewater. You've been passed out from some kind of scarecrow leg incident, I think, when you fell and Dobby saved us. I think you must have bumped your head and it was all a dream, that what you just did. Oh,
Dobby
damn.
from Harry Potter.
Yeah, just popped up for no reason and saved us.
Huh? Well, thanks for bringing us back. That's always nice of you
Back
to
in
do.
the car park for the third episode in a row.
Yeah, I thought we were in the Salt Circle.
No, it was a dream. Thought we'd established that.
Oh, the Salt Circle part was a dream.
Yeah.
Oh, and when we buried that woman and Jules.
That was a different dream. Anyway, let's do some sponsors. Sponsors. Randy Jackson Bass. In the sonic tapestry where Randy Jackson Bass thrived, his presence resounded a bass player's drive. From the depths of albums he did adorn, Nettle's journey through the melodies he has borne. Journey's infinity where his notes bass soared, a foundation laid as the band explored. The energy of evolution he did infuse, with pulsating rhythms he lit the fuse. Aerosmith's Night in the Ruts found his skill as Tom Hamilton bass joined a dynamic thrill. Geddy Lee bass virtuosity, epic heights, the influence intertwined with musical delights. Motor Booty, a fur, Bootsy Collins bass funk, and the electrifying fur. John Entwistle bass artistry's thunderous sound. The paths they crossed, musical words unbound. A wild ride to embark on flea bass prowess, an explosive spark. In passing, we salute these players of might. Their contributions woven in a musical light. Yet in the realm of Randy Jackson Bass's domain, his albums and collaborations truly sustain. From American Idols to various bands, his bass lines echoed, weaving magical strands. So let us celebrate Randy Jackson Bass, a vibrant art, a journey through albums that touched his heart. In the symphony of sound, his bass did boom, resonating deeply in every musical room. Randy Jackson Bass.
Chatbot. Sponsor, Jenny the Vixen Ryan. Why did Jenny the Vixen Ryan become a detective? Because she wanted to track down every trivia clue and quiz it into submission. How did Jenny the Vixen Ryan react when someone challenged her to a trivia showdown?
He said yes.
She said, prepare to be hunted down and devoured by my intellect.
Brilliant. China National Petroleum. One more.
You got one more Jenny the Vixen Ryan joke or not?
No.
In the realm of energy's vibrant stream, China National Petroleum's Taishal gleam, Huliang Dai with a caring heart and you for energy, but mostly caring for you. Kunlun Energy was once CMCPC's name. In sweet Bermuda, it sought its fame through backdoor listings and 93's grand show. A Hong Kong listed company did grow with new Silk Road visions and dreams untold, expanding horizons, a story to unfold. No coercion and no compromise. It's a view in preserving independence, guiding true, harmonious relationships that aim operations and safety dance. The same energy and environment, hand in hand, corporate and community, united we stand. Employers, employees, a bond unbroken, and growth is nurtured in togetherness spoken, with the realm of trillions, a cosmic flight, 2.1 trillion, a measure shining bright. China's national petroleum, a guiding star. It travels far with its caring heart, and its mission rings true in this ever-changing milieu. China National Petroleum.
It rhymed trillions with trillion. Sponsor, the Log Lady of S.H.I.E.L.D. I am unfamiliar. Apologies, but I'm not familiar with the term Log Lady of S.H.I.E.L.D. Could you please provide more context or clarify? No. I apologise, I'm not able to provide these jokes you're looking for without more context. Try. Why did the Log Lady of S.H.I.E.L.D. start a woodworking business? Because she knew how to logically carve out a niche market. Why did the Log Lady of S.H.I.E.L.D. always bring her trusty axe to trivia night? Because she believed in preparing to chop down any wrong answers that came her way. What did the Log Lady of S.H.I.E.L.D. say when she saw a squirrel stealing her logs? I guess you could say that the little critter has quite a log Carson record. Log Carsony? What's that supposed to even be?
I don't know. Larceny is theft, right? But log theft.
Log Carsony.
That makes no sense.
Before we go any further, it's time to wrap things up in the SRF, the sponsor race grand finale.
Hooray.
I have sent you the link. Oh. Access granted.
Coming to you from the legendary Flamingo, Las Vegas, the home of RuPaul's Drag Race Live, it's the grand finale.
The Maudecast official sponsor race.
Now, please welcome to the stage, the queens of...
The Maudecast official sponsor race.
Category is Viva Drag Vegas. Carol Burnett of Drag.
I am your grandma.
One day, I'm gonna have a baby.
And you will call her mom. Serving trash with finesse.
Cerberus the Aardvark.
Mother has arrived.
Francis Potter.
No way, no way. Mana, mana. Not today. Don't get fresh with me.
Reporting for beauty duty.
The Log Lady of S.H.I.E.L.D.
My name is Margaret Anthony. I am known as the Log Lady. There is a story behind that. There are many stories in Twin Peaks.
Xenakis.
I studied at Polytechnic School in Athens. I was interested in mathematics. But then the war broke, and so I couldn't do anymore.
Who wants a tall glass of...
124 girl.
She keeps it boxy.
Fuchenyo.
You know, you look back in the past 10, 20 years and today, it's a big differences.
Rising to the top is...
Rock Derrida.
On dit souvent, et les philosophes, quand ils commencent un cours de philosophie, commencent souvent par dire que la question « qu'est-ce que ?», la question de l'être.
Dip into the cool waters.
Cindy Chandler.
So how's the drink?
It's good.
That wasn't a very strong reaction.
Well, it's not a very strong drink.
Just don't tell anyone.
And now our top queen, coming straight out of Azusa.
Jenny the Vixen Ryan.
My story goes all the way back to Bolton. I grew up being the little nerd of the family. By the age of 3, I was reading the newspaper. I was definitely not one of the cool kids.
Blame it on.
Onion.
You got a fat bum? Would you eat a steak pie? Well, she's taking a dog out on me.
Mother has arrived.
Scott Walker, rest in peace.
You're not going to put me through a test, are you? I see it from the beginning to the very end. Everything else, I'll hear something. I think, oh God, I should have done that, or I should have tweaked that, or whatever.
And a wonder from down under.
Vivacious.
Vivacious is living art. My look is Libari abstract entity.
I hit that runway and I am just walk, pose, walk, serve.
And now, the winningest host in television history. It's
Brendan O'Leary.
Maude.
Nathan O'Leary. Natalie Balloon Manticore.
Oh, Stormy!
Now Balloon Manticore.
You may step to the back of the stage, mother.
Barnes Umbelise.
Salina has titties.
Beef Wellington Skellington.
I need to run off. I've got a phone to 1 o'clock.
Jessica Ells.
May I request that in, man?
Rachel Rare.
Ooh, myself. Was it you?
Dame Betty Gabus. Chatbot. Back rolls. And let's extend a special thanks to this season's extra special guest judges, Nicki Minaj, Elizabeth Liz Hurley, Demi Lovato, Jeff Apple, Shaka Khan, Todd Hobgoblin, Soichi Inu Wanwan Hobgoblin, Vandai Newton, Cameron Diaz, Stamp Witherbottom, Statman John Fernandez, Megan Trainor, Maggie Roswell, Marsha Mitzman Gavin, Jeffrey Boyer Chapman, Christina Aguilera, Alan Carr, Anton Weijibo, Animate Carbon Todd, Madge Tinker Turnbull, Jeffrey Moran, and Robin. A hearty shanty to you all. The winner of the Modcast official sponsor race will receive a crown and scepter provided by Fierce Burns Jewels, a 1-year supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup for some reason, a permanent spot on the sponsors roster for season 10 of the Modcast, and $200,000 reduce. Now, without any further ado, bring back our sponsors. To further entice you, here are 4 messages from sponsor race superfans. Here's yours, Vivacious. It's from you, Hallhammer Saki.
Flanders. I don't know who that is, unfortunately. I don't know, I don't really watch The Simpsons. I'm sorry, Maude. I've never really seen The Simpsons that much.
Here's yours, Jenny. It's from Bag of Chips.
Flanders. When she died, I was upset, and I did cry for a bit, and it was really sad, and I think it was one of those deaths you knew where you were, you know where you were when it happened. It was a bit like Princess Diana death, you know what I mean? Like you knew where you was when it happened, and when I found out she died, I was like, oh my god, I couldn't believe she died. I couldn't believe she died.
Here's yours, Onion. It's from Tea or Coffee.
Maude Flanders was robbed. Maude was just a humble, religious woman trying to live her life and make it better for everyone else. And I think perhaps she deserved more time. So the Maude will always.
They weren't stupid, they were important questions about Maude Flanders.
And here's yours, Scott. It's from Vivacious.
Modcast Keiko is a podcast based on Maude Flanders from The Simpsons. And Talia is infatuated with a woman. Even has a tattoo on their leg of Maude Flanders.
Top 4 sponsors, it is your final, and only chance, to plead your case to be the first ever Modcast sponsor supreme. However, we must demand you do it via song in the final ever Maxi Challenge. Maxi Challenge number 12. Our top 4 have been working tirelessly to create a verse about themselves, to complement, perhaps the most important song in Modcast history. When all is said and done, we will choose the 2 holiest rollers of the competition, and they will fland ball one final time for the crown. Good luck, and Helen's a bitch.
Looky here. Listen up.
I'm Maude Flanders.
UK hun, it's your girl, Vivacious, serving tea with looks and faces. Sorry girl, I don't know your mod, but Ornatia's on high giving praise to the gods. Want to party? Come to Twitch. I'll Anna, I'll banana, and I'll slay a bitch. Got to come back now, it's game on. As long as you don't ask me to play Luan, chop some queens, help them pack. Let's not bring 124 back. An OG sponsor, I've been here from the start, just don't ask me which one is Bart. My name's renowned. Around this town, Maude got blasted to the ground. Those t-shirt cannons came, but I decked and covered. Who has arrived? Oh right, it's Mother.
Red you, Maude you, Maude you, red you, Maude you.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you.
red you.
Red you, Maude you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, Maude you.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, red you.
You've been Flanders seized.
I'm Maude Flanders.
It's Onion, your most favorite parrot. And unlike Viv, I know who's Conrad, and who's Garrett. Shut the windows, Hannah. Mike, good to you the night? I've had about enough of all these cheeky bastards, shite. Early I stumbled, but I've made it to the final. Now I'll stop clawing Scott Walker's vinyls. Shut up, Lukey. I'm just too cute. Now stop playing, and let's get that titty hoot. Newest sponsor, here to conquer. I nibble curtains, I'm a monster. S to the T to the E, to the A to the hold it. K-Pie. Are you gonna win the sponsor race, Onion?
Hi.
Red you, Maude you, Maude you, red you, Maude you.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, red you.
Red you, Maude you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, Maude you.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, red you.
You've been Flanders seized.
I'm Maude Flanders.
So you want a northern queen? Who all the fixings? Give Jen a call. And she'll bring the vixen. I've got the bright red hair. Sponsor race Musketeer. I see nobody invited Vince Vaughn. Bolton Brainiac. I'm your aphrodisiac. Representing Paul and Mark and Sean. Because I'm the four-leaf clover. And for you, the chase is over. You can't deny my record is strong. Uni Challenge only Connect. Mastermind and Master Chef. Just a few I've undergone. Helen Lovejoy in the streets. Luann Van Houten in the sheets. I'll have you all crying out no footlong. Jenny. The Vixen. The Bolton Brainiac bombshell Ryan.
Red you, Maude you, Maude you, red you, Maude you.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, red you.
Red you, Maude you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, Maude you.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, red you.
You've been Flanders seized.
I'm Maude Flanders.
I'm Scott Walker and I'm here to make it clear. My ship is coming in. Did you really not hear? I can work with any other, but that excludes my brother. The old man's back again. He really makes me shudder. Soaring to the top like a silent seagull, looking down and shitting on plastic palace people. I felt out of place, like a farmer in the city, but then I shone bright, like the lights in Cincinnati.
I'll win in this contest on pure merits SS. Did you like Montague Terrace? BEE's other queens. They be shitting bricks. This is cozy z reclusive Scott is epizu.
Ticks.
Red you, Maude you, Maude you, red you, Maude you.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, red you.
Red you, Maude you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, Maude you.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, red you.
You've been Flanders seized.
I'm Maude Flanders. I'm Maude Flanders. I'm Maude Flanders. I'm Maude Flanders.
Red you, Maude you, red you, Maude you, red you.
Oh my God!
And the crowd goes wild. Jenny the Vixen Ryan, Onion, Scott Walker RIP, Vivacious, thank you for a beautiful season, truly a one-of-a-kind masterpiece that we will put through the machine and begin pumping out so many seasons even we don't know who's won and who hasn't. Silence, crowd, stop that stock audio cheering, we've made our decision. Scott Walker RIP, Onion, you are the two holiest rollers of the competition, congratulations. Jenny the Vixen Ryan, Vivacious, I'm sorry my dears, but you will not be moving on to the flan ball head-to-head. Here's one 15-pound Boots gift card to share between you. Jenny, Vivacious, you are, and always will be, superstar sponsors. Now sachet, away.
That was an amazing performance. Some brilliant answers there. Ben Gurion Airport.
Your mother scrubs docks in hell. Shut up, mother. It's because of you I have body issues. No body, no father. No wonder I'm a mess. Rampage, bitch monster.
And now, the moment has arrived. One last flan ball, to Maude Flanders' canonically favorite song, Say You'll Be There, by the Space Girdles. The time has come for you to flan ball. Good luck and Helen's a bitch. The opening notes of Say You'll Be There reverberated through the air, fueling the adrenaline coursing through Scott's veins. He leaped into motion, his movements fluid and precise, as if possessed by the spirit of the Spice Girls themselves. Every step, every jump, exuded a raw energy that electrified the stage. Not one to be overshadowed, Onion took flight, soaring through the air in a daring display of acrobatics. Twirling and looping, the parrot's vibrant feathers trailed behind like a cascade of gray. Capturing the attention of the mesmerized audience, song reached its crescendo. Scott somersaulted through the air, soaring high above the stage, executing a breathtaking mid-air split. Gasps echoed through the auditorium as the crowd marveled at the audacity of his performance. Not to be outdone, Onion, with a sudden flourish, unleashed a cascade of confetti from under its wings, shimmering down from above. The crowd erupted in awe as the parrot flew effortlessly through the glittering rain. The battle for supremacy intensified, each movement a calculated challenge. Scott spun and twisted, executing mind-bending contortions, while Onion weaved through narrow gaps and executed intricate aerial maneuvers. The audience held its breath, captivated by the unfolding drama. With a surge of determination, Scott summoned every ounce of his energy for a final reveal. He shed his musical persona, revealing a hidden side, the fire breather. Flames burst forth from his lips, dancing and twirling, creating a blazing spectacle that seemed to consume the stage. Last act of defiance, Onion countered with an astonishing metamorphosis. Feathers shed like a cascading waterfall, revealing a hidden ensemble of backup dancers. The crowd erupted into a frenzy of applause and cheer, caught in a storm of exhilaration and awe. The final notes echoed, the stage fell into silence. Scott and Onion stood at opposite ends, their chests heaving, the air charged with an unspoken respect. They had battled with every ounce of their being, leaving an indelible mark on the stage and in the hearts of the audience. They carried with them the pride of warriors who had left everything on the battlefield of dreams. Before we crown our winner, it's time to see who the sponsors voted for Miss Congeniality, or as we call it in this competition, Rod Todd Geniality. The winner of Rod Todd Geniality, and recipient of Stamp Wither Bottoms, burned out and effed up Honda Civic, and also a big Star Wars cup, is Fu Ching Yu. Congratulations Fu, you Food King won something.
Why?
Now, it's finally the time to crown our sponsor superior, the winner of the Modcast official sponsor race season 1, the recipient of a crown and scepter provided by Fierce Burns Jewels, a 1-year supply of Anastasia Beverly Hills makeup for some reason, a permanent spot on the sponsors roster for season 10 of the Modcast, and $200,000 reduce, and also the deeds to the Maud Flanders Internet Museum and Database 4 located in Wyoming, North Carolina. We forgot to mention that earlier. Is Onion. Onion, congratulations, you're a winner, baby. Now prance, my queen, prance.
You got a fat bum. Onion, do you want to live in another home? The windows are shut.
The end.
The end. Well, that was absolutely remarkable. Who would have thought?
Who would have even thought it? The most longest drawn-out finale.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Ring, ring. Ring, ring.
Who is it? Knock, knock.
If things were simple, word would have gotten around.
Catch Derrida. Riding a hamster. Zipping between the blades of grass. Tiny Derrida. Deconstructing everything. Coming to you to tell you what's what.
It's Jack
It's Jack on the phone. I think this is an old message. I'm reminded of Jack's fine words because we're in trouble now. We're going to have to get in there and really sock it to Xenakis in this episode because it's the last episode of the series, right?
Oh yeah, we've got to get things done, and Jack is right. If this was a simple task, word would have gotten around. But that isn't even about Maude. We've related that quote to ourselves.
That's enough at this point. What does the rest of the message say?
Xenakis is our dick dastard. Xenakis, he is our dick dastardly. Scarecrow legs is his motley. It is a sound forged in war. Embrace chaos for 100 year September 24th, 2022, a century of Xenakis. Anti-Zen. Xenakis, a creator of vampires and a tyrant, owns trolls, but what drives him? He serves the 6 squares that rule the universe, including that all of a sudden that bombshell. Guessing wrong patterns, superstitions. Xenakis was born in Romania, in the Xenakis Mountains, demiurge, demagogue, technocrat, autocrat, and Tsar. Kassar has Derrida's son, Mai. He has his own podcast about a completely different topic, but he's taking out podcasts one at a time. Xenakis would not do a podcast. He would simply send out orders over harsh voice. His motley Scarecrowlegs would compile it into a 45-minute podcast.
Well, that's quite an interesting and strange message from Jock. Not least of all, dropping in the thing about the 6 squares that rule the universe.
Yes, I didn't know we knew the secrets of the universe, but thanks to this badly typed text from Derrida with all his emojis, we now know.
There's a lot. Most of what you did not say is in between almost every word there was an aubergine emoji,
and then a crying, laughing face. But before we go any
less
XOXO Derrida.
Give me a number between 1 and 300. Give me a number between 1 and 300.
74. Do you think Onion's a worthy winner?
Oh yeah, easy. I knew he was going to win right from the start.
Yeah, he almost didn't, and I changed my mind, which went against the entire doing it as a simulation thing. Sorry,
Very
Scott.
Good. I know Scott wasn't that interesting to win though, to be honest.
I see why production gets involved now.
Oh yeah. The Maude map, the Maude triangle. I think we've got a triangle here that goes between North Dakota, Oklahoma, or Roberts University, and somewhere up in Washington and Oregon State.
Yes, the Maude-Muda triangle, a legacy.
Because we're saying that Springfield is in Oregon, that's where she lives.
That is where she was. That where she currently lives. Is that the Springfield we've determined?
That's what they say in the show, right? And she was from North Dakota as a child. She went to Oral Roberts, and I guess she spent some time in Washington State with her grandmother.
Yes, I think they've hinted. I don't think they've ever specified, but let's say that we have. What's happening in Wyoming then? If it's the centre of all Maude activity of this triangle?
I don't think it is.
I think it is. Only because I read it moments ago.
Wyoming.
Wyoming.
It's right in the middle, right, isn't it?
Yes.
Only time will tell.
I like to come up with incorrect state names. Wyoming, North Carolina. I think Wyoming just got mentioned, actually, didn't it, at the end of the sponsor race?
Maybe. I don't remember. I don't think so.
Hard to tell. They won the rights to one of the MFIMDBs, number 4.
Oh, yeah, they did. They're right in Wyoming. Interesting.
Wyoming, North Carolina, I think I said.
So far, the 6 squares that rule the universe and MFIMDB 4 in Wyoming, North Carolina.
Yes, one of the 6 squares.
It's all to play for, isn't it? But now, my troops, let's go to the gates of Xenakis' castle. We are bloody and battered, but we are the survivors of the Derrida mission.
Yes, we are. All 5 of us.
Yes.
And Snaggy.
But I could just see him through the window, the evil rotter, tracing the curved shape of a grand piano and infusing what he refers to as light cannons aimed in 3 directions.
How many?
To the roof. 3.
Wow. What else is... Oh, wow. There's suddenly trolls and helicopters led by Stockhausen and the Glassmon attack. The trolls are subdued. Shall we have a battle?
Let's have a battle right now.
Another one. Let's hope it's 12 minutes long.
Another
troll task.
But listen, look who's here to serenade us in our car park battle. It's Aerosmith.
Excellent. All of them are just the bass player.
All of them except for the bass player, Tom Hamilton bass. I believe he's either dead or on top of a mountain.
I think he might be both.
Oh, listen what they're singing. Driving down the streets, it's a wild scene. The neon lights are flashing and the city's obscene. The engines are roaring, the adrenaline's high. It's the concrete jungle where dreams go to die. Another Saturday night. It's a dangerous game, 2 cars collide. Sparks fly in a flame, heartbeats racing. The tension's getting strong. It's a parking lot battle where we all belong. It's another compact battle. Do do do. A clash of steel and chrome. Do do do. Where rebels fight for freedom. Do do do. In the streets that they call home. Do do do. That's enough. Thanks, Aerosmith. Bye.
Goodbye, Aerosmith. Thanks for stopping by, I guess.
Minus THB, sadly.
Sadly, but plus Joey Kramer, who is from Aerosmith.
Nice.
Why did the troll bring a lad to the bar?
I don't know.
Because he heard the drinks were on the house and he wanted to reach them.
He wanted to reach them.
Those sweet, sweet drinks.
Listen, if you listen
Well, that was
very closely, Jock sent another message. This time it's an audio message on your phone.
Oh, a voice note.
A voice note. So hopefully it's only a minute or two.
Xenakis' music. Beethoven described nature in a pastoral symphony. Sibelius was terrified by it in Tapioca, but it took Xenakis for music to become nature. On holiday in Corsica, Xenakis would pilot his canoe into the teeth of the biggest storm he and his paddle could manage. I embarked on a perilous mission to confront the vampire noise tyrant, but it was not only his menacing presence that haunted me. The true enemy lurking within my thoughts was Xenakis, the mastermind behind groundbreaking musical concepts. Xenakis' early work, Metastases and Pitheophracta, were founded upon stochastic laws, and he boldly termed it free stochastic music, intertwining the movements of microscopic parts represented by individual instruments with deterministic tendencies of the macroscopic whole. I ventured deeper into the treacherous lure of the vampire. Xenakis' philosophy resonated within me, unveiling a hidden order concealed amidst the chaos. Each step I took echoed the intricate interplay between the grand and the minuscule, meticulously preparing me for the imminent battle. Armed with a symphony of chance and determinism, I confronted the vampire, embracing the very essence of unpredictability that Xenakis had envisioned. Ultimately, victory was not mine, and I was put in a cage. I travelled into the tyrant's chaotic reign, fully embracing the harmonious chaos foreseen by Xenakis. The triumph of stochastic music over the noise tyrant's dominion showcased the profound impact of Xenakis' visionary concepts, illuminating a path to the darkest shadows of the vampire's realm. With my resolve deepening, I embarked upon a daunting quest to confront the vampire noise tyrant. In the face of adversity, I readied myself to confront the formidable nemesis, the fallen composer Xenakis, whose treacherous acts against my comrades Foucault, Rambo, Chairman of the Board, Boudoir, and my beloved wife Kerry fueled my determination. Despite his claims of embracing chance, Xenakis never truly relinquished authorship, and over performances betraying a glaring inconsistency and engaging in outright piracy. Now driven by a deep yearning to comprehend the role of chance and chaos in our world and the potential in music creation, I stood ready to challenge him. Xenakis' misguided eagerness to explore the power of chance had led him astray, tarnishing his act and blurring the boundaries between creator and thief. His composition, characterized by indistinct voices merging into a shapeless sound mass, mirrored the very essence he sought. Drawing inspiration from tumultuous and violent sonic phenomena like wartime demonstrations or the enchanting melody of summer cicadas, he ventured into the realm of mathematical theory. However, his flawed interpretation and misuse of these mathematical foundations transformed him into the embodiment of the enemy we fought. Xenakis had become the antithesis of our cause, employing chaos and chance to undermine the integrity of our craft. It fell upon me to confront this fallen composer, to dismantle his misguided theories and restore the true essence of music. With the echoes of my fallen comrades urging me forward, I braced myself for the ultimate clash. Fueled by unwavering beliefs in the power of authorship and artistic responsibility, I embarked upon a mission to challenge Xenakis, aiming to expose his deceit and reclaim the honor of our profession. The battle where chaos clashed with structure, piracy confronted integrity, would not only shape the destiny of our musical landscape, but also serve as a testament to the indomitable spirit of those we lost. In this decisive confrontation, I vowed to emerge victorious, to reinstate the true essence of music to its rightful place, and then he put me in a cage. Please help. Aubergine emoji. Crying, laughing face.
Where is Kerry? Where's my Kerry? I'd say at this point, I think we might have taken some chatbot liberties. We've read, I think up to this point now, we've said Maude Flanders 3 times and we've read four full chatbot stories between the both of us.
Well, thankfully, most of today's clips are also about Ned Flanders and his wife Edna.
That is incorrect.
Shall we give the good people some context for these content?
Yeah, so we're going to be talking about Maude Flanders for a while now. She's a character from The Simpsons. Just chatbot her; he'll tell you what you need to know. This is, I would call this a smorgasbord of smorgasbord. Is just waiting for me, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Of unusual Maude content, UMC.
Quick one. Nedna on the couch. Oh, come on, Ned. Kindly, uncharacteristic and totally wrong crabapple voice. Oh, come on, Ned. We've both been married before. Are those Nedna's brassieres on the couch, I ask? Ned is wearing a very puffy, old-school cardigan. Those two boys of yours weren't delivered by Storks in Crabapple's house. She gently grabs Ned's collar. In fact, they were. We deliberately chose a Dr. Stork so we could say it without lying. He pushes her hand away. No smut for Nedna.
Still not a fan.
No, this is worse. This is awful stuff.
This was the only Nedna. I left this out of the Nedna cast as well, clearly, because it's more Maude related than Edna Kaching. But here is another snippet of the Nedna you've come to know and love. Was my note. But Ned is lying now because Homer delivered Todd.
Yes.
As we will find out in the future, but Ned should have already known that because it was in the past. Blunder, etc. Fired. Is this not closer to the Edna you asked for last time, though? At least she's sort of being crabapple and trying to loosen Ned up a bit.
Nah.
No. Hard pass.
Her face is too soft. Her voice is too kind. There's no malice.
Her voice is her voice is kind, but yes, malice in Wonderland.
I need a whole lot of a town called Malice.
I made very little notes about that. It's possible that a Dr. Stork delivered Rod, and then he's just lying. But why would he? Well, he's lying here to be right, basically, I think.
Yeah.
Which is kind of mean and unnecessary. So I would say this is also Ned not being Ned. So yeah, the whole scene is a joke, but it's worth
Is
talking
that the car
about.
Ned?
Yes, car Ned.
Yeah. Then he
Which
suddenly
one was-
turned into a jackass on his wedding day.
Oh yes, young car Ned.
Right, YCN.
I was simply thinking of the one where they say a glass of water on the side for dipping. That's a good Ned.
That's a good car.
That's basically all I had to say on this matter. This was the last Nedna clip.
Really? But was it like at the end after the tribute to her and everything?
No, it's just in the middle, but I left that clip in here again of them in the cafe when they mentioned Maude, because I was going to say we should look at Maude's point of view, but we kind of just did anyway last time. So this was the only one that I left. I don't know why I left it out of the Nedna one, to be honest. I can't remember. But I didn't put everything in the Nedna cast.
No. What's what about Ned's cardigan?
I think there's a joke that he took his jumper off and then he just had a similarly big woolly jumper, but it does also explain his body shape within clothes.
I guess so, because he's ripped and buff, isn't he?
Yeah, but it just cheap. He took his jumper off and he was wearing a second jumper. And I can't remember, but I hazard a guess there's probably 3 or 4 more jumpers under there.
I used to have a guy who came to my class who would wear 2 jumpers.
Jackson.
Several shirts as well. Why are the bras all over the couch?
To what end would he wear 2 jumpers? I see. Why are the brassieres?
Yeah, why are the bras on the couch?
Because Edna's ready, but Ned isn't.
She ready with the bras? She brought extra bras just in case.
I think it's her house, so it either is just messy or she's undressed partially.
That too.
Yes. Bye, Edna.
Thought 22.
Thought.
A sad Ned looks at the ground. Marge is doing the worried fingers thing. The roof appears to have gone off his house. The cupboards are open. I repeat, open. An organ chord sounds malevolent, and a flame portal opens in which a devil-horned Maude appears in a saucy black lingerie with a tail. She walks over to a very buff Satan. He has a mug of something. Honey, come back to bed, she coos. Ned is angered. Oh, for crying out loud, he curls up his fists. God is hanging over the roof. How delightful. God laughs. Where is Robert Hope, I ask?
Yes, it's a shame they didn't carry on that duo, and you only ever see God with Bob Hope the once. Spoilers. Season 23, this is from, and it has an unusually... Season 23 has a large amount of Maude in it. Like 5 clips, I think. And, which is strange, because now Ned and Edna are a thing at this time as well. So they're sort of showing Maude for absolutely no reason at this point. You'd think that now they would start sweeping her under the rug because they want to push Ned and Edna. But there's more Maude in this season than there was in the season she first appeared in. And she has been dead for, at this point, 12 years. This is the first time we've seen her. Yeah. This is the first time we've seen her in Treehouse of Horror since the Spooky Ghost, though. And that was Treehouse of Horror 13, I believe. So that was 9 years. 9 years prior. So it's been a hot minute. I would
That's
say
been a hot mess of a minute.
It has. I would say this is her most infamous post-death appearance.
Oh yeah. If anyone knows anything about Maud Flanders other than a few things, it would be this saucy Maud. And the angry ghost Maud and the saucy Maud appear a lot.
Yes, exactly. Straight man and boosty villain.
It's fueled a lot of internet content.
Yes, I do like the horns going into her hair is particularly cool though. I like that aspect of it a lot. Like, do you think it's as meta as we're saying it is here? Like, they already knew that Internet Maude was popular. Raunchy Internet Maude was popular, so they threw in something for, I've referred to them as Eugene and Rusty.
I don't think
in Springfield.
I don't think ENR would have been very online at that point.
No, it's 2012. They've already done an internet vote.
No internet in Springfield.
No, 2011 maybe.
When was the first big meme, like the guy with the lightsaber and the pork and beans?
That was like 2008. 2007, 2008 in Chocolate Rain.
What's with these homies dissing my girl?
Another February washed away. The line delivery here is great. You might be ragging on Edna's softness, but this is a good Maude. She sort of sounds evil. I don't know how to explain that because she still just sounds like Maude, but there's sort of a sarcastic hatred behind her voice in a way. Like she knows that what she's saying is it's smug. She's
smug,
like showing
evil.
off. Yeah, she's showing off in front of her.
Is it a real Maude?
In this particular story, yes, it is. It is the Maude that he was married to. But also this story is the opposite of T-shirt canon. It's like 7 or 8 people are murdered. The story, Ned, it's a Dexter parody, I think. But Homer uses a voice box to make Ned think that God is talking directly to him to get him to just murder his people he wants dead, essentially. And
is that what happens on Dexter, though? That doesn't happen on Dexter, does it?
No, it's just more the serial killer aspect of it, I think, that they were going for.
Yeah.
I think I might have missed a Maude here. I'm sure there's a picture of her. So that's something to go back to. Yeah, and then the devil show. Like it ends with God getting really angry with Ned, basically. But
for all the murder
on his behalf, rips the house off, and then the devil shows up and is sort of God's boss. And then that's when Ned is like, "Oh, can this get any worse?" And then it can.
Yeah, and it does. But then Maude goes away, right? They don't start making cookie out there on the dance floor, right?
No, it's literally that honey come back to bed and that laugh from the devil is the complete end of that entire Trace of Horror segment.
Right.
Like it just ends there and then moves on to something about Transformers probably. Or
Robots in disguise. Shia LaBeouf.
Exactly.
I'm gonna say Shia LaBeouf.
Someone I work with called him Sheila Boo the other week.
Oh, is Sheila Boo?
Sheila Boo.
Hello, who is Sheila Boo? Is the question on everybody's lips. Selena. Exactly. Sheila S. Titties.
Exactly. The big question for season 12.
Clip 3. Season 23, episode 09. Holidays, so future past. Belly Bard, mid-20s, on Simpson's sofa. It's so hard to find somebody new, he moans. Surprise, says old man Ned at the window. That's why when Homer accidentally killed Edna, I married Maud's ghost. Maud's ghost glides in. There is no God, Neddy. It's just an empty, meaningless void. Whose story is this? Real Bart Rude. He isn't interested. But isn't she pretty, says Ned, undeterred by this bombshell.
Yes, this right here is one of my favourites. It's one of my fondest unexpected Maude memories. And I say it applies to a time when I would just watch The Simpsons without prior information, just sort of hope for a sporadic Maude, and then there's always a build-up in the scene as well. Ned will come in. For example, here, Ned comes over to the window, so then I'm like, oh, there's your way in, and 9 times out of 10 it doesn't happen. But then that's 1 time out of 10, like here, she just floats in. And I also noted that I said that it was in a time where I would watch The Simpsons just hoping for a sporadic Maude, and that applies to right now as well. The constant.
The constant.
I mentioned this in the Xenakis, this clip as well, without context as much, because this is the one that they made this joke pre-Marcia Wallace death. So this clip comes right in the middle of Nedna when they're married.
Right.
So obviously it's just supposed to be a throwaway. Homer just killed one of my wives thing. Like Homer's done it again. But then within like a year, they had to actually get rid of Edna. So it makes it sound like Homer, whatever happened to Edna was Homer's direct fault.
She ran her over the car, right? And she has a gravestone that has heart on it.
She does have a gravestone that says heart on it, but I can't find anything anywhere alluding to her being hit by his car other than that one thing on like fandom wiki. There's not even a line that can be like taken into the context of it. It's just someone's just decided that what happened, and you can't just do that unless it's about Maude and you do it properly. They even have a 12-minute finale of a sponsor race.
Can you marry a ghost?
I assume in the future you can. It is. I would argue this is the best modern Simpsons episode, though. This is the one that they sort of tagged as they might. This is what they originally were going to do as the last ever episode, and then they just did it. Because normally they will give a reason why the future isn't set in stone. Like when the Lisa's wedding one was like a fortune teller, and
right.
They've used like a machine for Frink before, and like a Native American like vision fire. But this one just goes forward in time. This one doesn't say like, oh, this is a what if. This is just says like, this is the future, and it's quite a nice. Yeah, they do a good job with it, I would say. It's nice for us as well because it does mean that if that is the real future, then Maude definitively does return and marries Ned. But it's also not particularly nice for her because at some point the existence of heaven and hell collapse in on themselves and become a void because she has been in heaven.
Yes. So I don't know what move she's lying.
She could be lying, but I don't know what that would achieve. Maybe just trying to get attention. I do like that a ghost hasn't aged though, and I like that it's a different ghost design to the ghost design that we saw all those years ago.
The cutie ghost. This is just a normal ghost, isn't it? It's just Maude.
It doesn't. It just reduces her down to isn't she pretty? Which I think Ned would have more time for than that. I think we're back to Ned being a bit dismissive, but Ned's doing that sort of Flandersy delusion. Like he doesn't want to hear anything like that.
That's the joke, though, isn't it?
That is the joke. That's what they were going for.
And in as much as it is a joke,
it isn't funny.
Season 23, episode 16, How I Wet Your Mother. I thought we'd done this one. Marge is estranged in a strange alternate Springfield with a mow on each corner and giant hamburgers and bowling news everywhere. Homer's dream, I ask. In this place, mothers are 4 drink drivers, says 2012 Mo. A pan to assorted mothers: Agnes, Millhouse, Mum, Helen, Sarah, Bernice, Cletus, wife Brandy, other, Martin. And hidden behind them all is Maude, with some disturbingly funny signs. MFDD, go ahead, have a few. Always bring a drunkinated driver. My other car is wrapped around a tree. And Maude's, booze it or lose it. What the actual TF?
Yes. What is this, like episode like 93 for us?
Yeah.
Millhouse Mum. I find it hard to believe at this point you don't know that she's called Luann.
So many of them. So many of these people in Springfield.
One of Roswell's 3 voices.
I don't think this is episode 93. I think this is something like episode 85 or something.
140. But
Mother's
we will be
4 drink driving in 2012. Sure, that's not acceptable.
It is quite. It's a dark joke that I've not really considered the darkness of. It doesn't. This is past the time where they're trying to be edgy, but I do quite like this episode as well. It's just do an Inception thing,
right?
So it opens up possibilities for dream worlds. And once again, I thought, oh, there's a. In fact, I remember I watched the Drink Driver mums and thought, oh, they could have put Maude there, and then rewinding it and actually seeing that she was just sort of nestled in the background.
She's nestled behind Martin and Mum and Millhouse Mum.
Yes, wife of Hibbert. I do like that. You remember Bernice?
Bernice, Cletus' wife, Brandon.
Brandon. Logically, I think they just ran out of mums. I think that's why she made it into this. They ran out of mums who it would be ironic to see supporting this cause.
Yes.
But it should have been Maude and Helen at the front of that picket line, just as a callback to early day Simpsons.
That's the
But
kind
I
of thing they do, right?
It is now, because the people writing it are people like me. But I think in this period of time, they didn't do a lot of callbacks of anything. They went against what they'd already established quite a lot.
Sadgasm.
Yes, Homer 90s, which they just do that all the time now. There's an episode where like Marge is in like a Y2K musical play in like her last year of high school.
Very good. You're embracing that nonsense idea, which is good.
Yes, which means Marge was in high school a year before Maude was killed.
But because you're thinking about the real world time.
Yes, which does not exist.
Good
That's
fact.
a good group of mums. That's a good group of Simpsons characters specifically for
That's
the
a
Maude
classic group of mums, Investorettes and Millhouse Mum and other people who would never support drink driving. No, that wouldn't be their remit.
Exactly. There's a lot of Maudes as well.
Yes, I like 2012 more.
Yes.
Clip 5.
No funeral.
Season 23, episode 17, Them Robot. There is a lot of body in this season. That's good. So far, I write down, so far, a demon, a ghost, a dream.
Hello, here's another much-needed content interruption from Luna Size More, the most forgotten relative, not on the family tree. Let's take a peek deep inside the many-verse, not to our Springfield, but to another Springfield, and a Ham on the edge. May I present to you, Assistant Ham, a breakdown in 2 acts. As Assistant Ham tries to get her Etsy returns for the day done, Ham Jr. is adamant to wreck her work for his own amusement.
Not you again. Can't you just leave me alone for 5 minutes?
No way. I'm bored.
Well, I'm trying to work here. Can't you play outside or something?
No, I want to stay here.
Hey, what are you doing? These are my parcels.
I'm just playing. He.
This isn't a game. These are people's orders and now they're all mixed up.
Sorry.
Sorry, that's it. You just ruined my day's work and all you can say is sorry.
Fine. Soz, can you tie my shoes?
Ham Jr., I'm trying to work here. Can't you just do it yourself?
But I don't know how.
Fine, but you have to promise to be more quiet and not disturb me again.
He. Sure thing.
That's it. I've had enough. I'm quitting this job and I can't take it anymore. I fucking sound like Amelia Clark.
Wait.
Yes, Ham. I'm packing my parcels and leaving forever. Goodbye, Ham. I'm going to bed before either of you get us killed. Or worse, expelled. Stop it right now.
I'm just playing a game.
This is not a game, you condescending butterball. These parcels contain precious family heirlooms.
Watch this.
Oh my god, what are you doing?
It's just pee.
It's not just pee. It's urine. And it's all over my parcels. I can't believe you would do something so disgusting and disrespectful, you little prick.
I thought it would be funny.
This is not funny. This is beyond unacceptable. This is my line in the sand. You are going to clean all of this up right now.
No, I'm not.
Ham, so help me God. I just... Would you like to go for some ice cream and waffles, Ham?
Fuck yeah.
End of Act 1. Act 2. A broken, emotionless, golf game, Maude-esque Assistant Ham and a joyful bouncing ice cream covered Ham enjoy the view from the beautiful Springfield Township waterfall.
This is the best ice cream ever.
I'm glad you like it.
I'm finished now. Let's get back in the car. Wow, this is a beautiful view.
It sure is. And we're just in time for the sunset. Take a seat with me. Be a good boy.
I'm bored. This is boring.
That's okay, Ham Jr. You don't have to enjoy it. But I think it's a beautiful view.
Can we go now?
Sure. Whatever suits you best, Ham Jr.
I'm ready now.
All right, let's go then.
That was boring.
That's okay, Ham Jr. Not everyone has to enjoy the same things.
You're boring and you're old.
I know. Goodbye, Ham Ham.
Yeah?
End of Act 2.
Couch Gag, 1994, America, most powerful country in the world, banner behind them. 1995, Poochie. Away, 1997, Leprechaun winking on TV. 1999, The Ghost of Maude, the semi-scary one, not the monster.
Yeah, this is a nice fun one. They just went through whatever it was, like, you know, something from every year or two from The Simpsons. Maude died in February 2000, and the ghost appeared in like 2002. So they just sort of guessed here. They were like, oh, it was around then, wasn't it? Let's just do it without checking. Who cares?
No one's ever going to notice.
Yeah, which is very Maudecast. I'll give them that. And it was I just like Poochie in there because it's nice to see Poochie near Maude. Probably the closest we'll ever see them together.
Poochie gets another one.
I know, yeah.
Possibly even closer.
Yes, that next one is great for the cast. I'm glad we got to see Green Ghost Maude and Future Ghost Maude in this same Maudecast episode, though.
Two different ghosts, a demon and a dream.
Yes, and something else.
So they really, this is really good for us who like different alt mods.
Yes, I forgot to note that in the Treehouse of Horror one as well, she doesn't even look at Ned.
No, it's cold. It's like when she was a skeleton that time. It's even colder than that, though.
It is. Colder than the Palace of Xenakis.
Fun fact, season 24 is Maudeless, I repeat. Clip 6, season 26. So does that also mean that season 25 is Maudeless?
No, I don't know what I've done here.
Season 26, episode 16, My Fair Lady. 8-bit style opening. Bard is on skateboarding past Ned and Maude. They are most usually the Maudie with Halo.
Cute.
Some cool ones. Kashmir, B-Sharps, Poochie, but no Sideshow Raheem.
No Sideshow Raheem. Season 25, Maude references were all in the Nedna cast, so that's why we missed it. Yeah, this was made by a fan, I think, and then they liked it so much, which they've done a couple of times now. They liked it so much that they went ahead and used it.
Just used it as is? They didn't remake it or anything?
No, they just threw it up there.
Wow.
It is very good. It's very good pixel art, and it's not very Maudie though, is it?
No.
Unfortunately, like it's a bit.
Ned's very Neddy.
Yeah, the face is too wide.
That's not ducky enough.
And no blue eyeshadow, but points for having it there.
Points for having it there. Halo.
This wouldn't have happened.
Very good.
Yes, this wouldn't have happened if it hadn't been made by a fan. If it had been made by the show, they would have just put Ned and Edna together at this one.
I imagine so. I think the fans have spoken.
Yes, noted that just in this small portion, you get to see, as you just pointed out, Kashmir, Poochie and Roy, and Moleman dressed as Bart, and Cecil in the background on the TV, another cast character.
Yes.
And husband of Barb, Sideshow Mel.
That means we're doing it right. Who's this one up here?
Sideshow Bob.
Really? Who's this?
That is Corporal Punishment.
Who's that?
That's still Corporal Punishment.
I can't remember who Corporal Punishment is.
Oh, he's just sort of a background. Him and the woman on the left are just sort of crusty, related characters, like similar to Sideshow Raheem.
I see.
Who did not make it.
Clip 7, Simpsons Family Simpsons Guy. Season 13, episode 1. Season 13? That's not right.
It is. We are no longer in the Simpsons territory.
What does it mean? Oh, so this is a Family Guy episode.
This is a Maude reference in another TV show. This is a Family Guy episode.
I thought the Family Guys came to the Simpsons. I didn't know it went back the other way.
Family Guy. They went to Springfield, but it was a Family Guy episode. I think they even joked in the show that the Simpsons wouldn't do it the other way around.
Right. Homie is holding a boulder over the head of Peter Griffin, about to smash it down on the head of Bird is the Word man Peter Griffin. Both of them are covered in scratches, torn clothes and blood, suggesting this is the end of a hilarious fight, no doubt parodying They Live. Say hi to Maude Flanders, says homie Angel. A CGI UFO seems about to fall off a rock above them. Why, it is balanced. Awful. Peter, easy for you to say.
No.
What? Say hi to Maude Flanders, says homie. Peter says, easy for you to say. Say hi.
He just says no.
Peter says no. You say hi to Muriel Goldman. Who, says homie, as stinks stiff.
Yeah. I actually didn't mind this episode too much. People hate it and hated it. It was never going to be the best of either of them, but it's not. I don't think it's. I enjoy it, but it's. There's a lot of tropes in there, especially Family Guy tropes, like the chicken fight, which is just the They Live parody, but they've done it like 8 times now.
Oh, it is
Probably
a They
more.
Live. It is a They Live parody. Yeah.
Yeah.
Has to be, right. That's mandated at this point for every lazy TV scene.
The problem with this is when The Simpsons was the most popular, Family Guy was sort of still. It wasn't popular enough to do this, and then by the time Family Guy was super popular, The Simpsons was no longer that popular. So there was never like a good time to do this where it would have been sort of not cheap. So it was always going to look cheap. Shearer wouldn't do it though. Shearer's not in it.
Really?
So no Ned, no Burns, no
Because he
Smithers.
doesn't like the smut of Family Guy?
I think at this point he barely wanted to be in The Simpsons. Like, I don't know how he's still doing it now, because this was like 10 years ago and he was already on his way out the door.
I imagine they give him like all of his lines for the entire season and he goes in like in one afternoon and does them all.
Yeah, I've noticed there's way less Burns and Smithers and kind of Flanders. They'll give him like an episode, and then they took some of his characters off him, like Hibbert, etc., and gave them to racially correct actors. So he's got less to do. But yeah, I can't believe he's still there. It's a very odd line that feels like it's specifically in there for us. And
Do you think Muriel Goldman is based on Maude in some sense or has some kind of connection, or is it just that she's a similar role and had a similar fate?
The second one, you can click just by looking at them, you can tell it's Kirk and Luann.
Right.
Milhouse's mum. Like they've just gone for the exact same thing of, oh, look, the parents look the same.
Oh, Milhouse dad, yeah.
But then I forgot to mention, actually, I need to talk. There's a cartoon trope that I've picked up on since Maude's death of cartoon mums that are permanently killed off, including Muriel Goldman, Loretta in the Cleveland show. And South Park did it there's a kid called Clyde and his mum gets stuck down the toilet and dies in like season 13 or something.
What's that then?
It just seems to be like, I don't know, it just seems to be since Maude, there's been like 3 or 4 permanent mother deaths within cartoons. And kind of Rick and Morty with Rick's wife, but not really. That's more of a actual full plot point. But the joke being that people remember Maude dying, which is why Peter doesn't say who's that, but nobody really cares about Muriel Goldman, even in the context of nobody caring about Maude. Like, I still think Maude was more cared about on a whole because The Simpsons was... I'd still say The Simpsons was way more popular than Family Guy when they were both at the most...
Absolutely, absolutely. Hundreds of times.
Yeah, so nobody...
Simpsons was the most popular show on television.
Yeah, and Family Guy became just like a niche.
Yeah,
it got cancelled and then brought back, didn't it? So that's But yeah, it's very strange. It's a very strange joke that I felt at the time was just for me.
Well, they did you fine. They did you fine, right? They didn't do you dirty.
No, and Muriel does, even though they've got the Kirk and Luann thing, Muriel Goodman does kind of look like Maude in that she's just got curly ginger hair, but she's sort of designed to be unattractive and also the Jewish.
Right, but the Flanders are not Jewish, I don't think, right?
Absolutely not.
Right.
Ned would not be on board for that, unfortunately. But the Goldmans are, shockingly.
Shockingly.
If you couldn't tell from the overly racist caricatures.
Is it?
No, it's not too bad, actually, is it?
It's more just that they've gone for the nerdy Woody Allen kind of look, which is, again, similar to what they did with Milhouse Dad and Milhouse Mom.
Yeah, and it's just they designed the kid Neil first, and then designed the parents based on him, so it is exactly the same as Milhouse. But because she was killed, she was the first kind of semi-regular character, I think, to be killed in a very long time. They did that murder mystery episode, and they killed off like 5 or 6 characters, and Muriel Goodman was one of them. Muriel Goldman? I keep saying Goodman because of us, but it is Goldman.
Well, Flimsy, the sky is cracked. Onion is sucking on an eternal winter. It is descending on us. The WWP, the demons are clod, the trolls are shivering as an icy, ramshackle dead tea and snow 6 feet deep shiver the heroes to their bones. We need to enter the castle. It is becoming colder by the second. I feel that Xenakis has no more time. I think he's about to launch his final attack and send the WWP into an eternal winter.
Can I have your screen, please?
An eternal boogie winterland.
I think winning the sponsor race has really gone to Onion's head. He seems to have gone full mega villain.
Ah, Onion. You ain't seen even the last or the best of him yet.
No, we've given him the deeds to an MFIMDB. He would.
My goodness. Oh my goodness. Really, what happened between Pierre and Selena Estites all those years ago? Will we ever know?
There's a rich story in there.
Anyway, oh my goodness, we're being attacked by rain after rain of vicious flocks of small birds. Mobbing and avaricious raptors over there. Waves of noisy cicadas. You should put the sound effects in between these. Gases. Gases and sparse events. Ghost Nazis. Oh my goodness.
Oh. Ich bin ein Geist und ich have dar Angst gemacht.
And
this is a horrible car park.
This is a horrible. We're in the castle now. You're so obsessed with car parks, you think we're more when we're not.
I just see them everywhere.
And finally, we've made it into the throne room. Stockhausen and his tiny helicopter, and the Glassman and whoever else has survived.
Derrida's stuck in that cage, and his son. Is that Pierre Derrida?
It is Pierre Derrida.
Hypnotised and song hungry for blood.
Howling in despair. And it is revealed. What do you say there, Pierre? Sharon Flimflam, nee Flimflam Kanash, is vice president of Centaur Yanis Xenakis, formerly CCMIX in France, and founder of the President of Xenakis Project of the Americas at Brook Center, CUNY. She was Xenakis' assistant for 2 decades, slurp. And she'd been selling you out all along. We've known all about you from day one. Oh, what's that? Anton Ouija Boy's appeared out of a portal.
Again, I'm shocked at the Sharon Flimflam debacle. What are we going to do?
I don't know right now.
Oh.
Anton Ouija Board and Dobby from Harry Potter seem to have banished Stockley, Glassman, and all the other Manyverse to a prison world, and then he's turned himself into a pile of wizard dust.
Father, what now?
Flimsy and Rosewater, don't worry, your father saved us all before turning himself and Dobby into that pile of ash. Rest in peace, Anton Ouija Boy.
At least he banished all of the sort of semi-recurring villains to a prison portal, including Sharon Flimflam.
Yes, but he hasn't done anything to help us against the main villains, has he? So Onion and Xenakis. Let's crouch down here and take a rest while we look at some more Shakur.
Yes, Funko Shakurs. Wave 9 2-pack.
Shakur.
It's an alternate. I thought I'd go for a... you get a lot of variants with Funkos, don't you? So here are 2 variants. It's Zombie Brendan from That Time You Died, and it's Doppelzaz from the 90s season.
That's cool. That's Doppelzaz is super cool.
It is. It's a bit... like if he was in a more formal suit.
Can't say that.
Why? It looks like... Oh yeah, I see. I see where you're coming from. I just thought he was... Which doesn't go with Doppelzaz's character, really. But the zombie Brendan's good. That doesn't look like anybody.
No one at all.
No, not even you. The mouth's good. The mouth's one of those where it's not done it properly.
I have the mouth and just like that eyebrow that goes up into the hair.
Yeah. It's kind of very Ringo, actually, isn't it?
A little bit Ringo.
And then you move over to the single 2-packs.
Sure.
Yeah. Shuck Vlogs. I think it's just a rounding up of people who haven't currently got one who would look good. So Shuck
Did
Vlogs.
we establish that Shuck Vlogs was a half alligator man?
Yes, only visually though, I think, in that whenever we went to space with Jeff Apple that first time, I did a picture of all the crew, and Shuck Vlogs was just an alligator in a yellow, like, Twitch hoodie.
Lucky alligator, isn't he?
Yeah, he has also returned as an alligator when he came back, but he's also a robot then, and then he got sent out into space so Natalie could have his body. And then also Rod Hobgoblin, who's kind of bland, but does the trick.
Got a little red Tudge hanging down there.
Todd. It does look like Rod Hobgoblin, or what we've established. Yes. Hobge. And Equine John, which has just gone wrong in the best possible ways.
He's got a beak and three eyes.
Yeah, he's sort of like a two-headed horse, which I think I took for a while and added to his other images.
I think it'd be great if Equine John had two heads.
And just a human body.
My horse has got two heads.
Yes, how does he smells?
Brilliant.
Never. Oh, and there's a final. I forgot those two because it's the finale. And this is a Wave 10 3-pack.
Shakura.
Yes. This is a special Workers edition. So they've got the Claude Dolphine, Eartha Second Foreman, and Don Zebra forming the 3-pack. Shakur. All pretty generic, but great. The monkey and the high vis, both of them, very good, I would say.
I like the zebra, and I actually really like the dolphin who's got some kind of thing growing out the side of his face.
Yeah, the zebra with some kind of, like, again, Todd Hobgoblin on his face. And then John Poop 17, who is shirtless and has green hair, which is pretty much correct for what we've established.
I think that's an early poop, isn't it?
Yeah, EP 17. And then another monkey, Gareth Foreman, the leader.
Rest in peace.
Deceased. All of these people are deceased. Just another monkey in high vis, but this one looks more authoritative, I would say.
Yeah, he's got heart eyes.
He does. And then just Mick Jagger.
Michael
Jagger. Who
Jagger.
has 3 hands.
Three-handed Michael Jagger.
Yes. And beautiful eyes. It hasn't given anybody eyelashes other than Mick Jagger. In any of these, I don't think.
Michael Jagger's like shirt goes up into his mouth as well.
It's great. Look how many fingers he has.
17 fingers.
Yeah, all very good. If I had to choose one to buy out of both of those, it would probably be the dolphins and stuff.
We enter the throne room of Xenakis. Finally. Oh no, you have to choose which one of these that you would buy.
Oh yeah, Shuck Vlogs. I don't know, actually, probably the zombie Brendan's as.
I'm having Doppel's as, yeah. And I'd probably have Claude Dolphine as well. And those 3 are Michael Jagger as well.
Yes. Save the best for last, possibly.
We enter from the Xenakis and in his work environment. Oh, look what he's got. His objects is a patch in patchwork source, As Ayag, Gerard Rugia, Camellia et Ali, computer-assisted composition, Unpig, which is now morphed into a more sophisticated software like Xenakis. He's working on music. It looks really quite nice and quite weak, for all the bad stuff we've heard about him and throwing everyone out of windows and stuff.
Exactly, yes, titties.
And there's Jack in his cage.
Oh yes. What's he got? Do you think he's trying to talk to Xenakis?
Here it is, ladies and gentlemen, the final clash of the 2 titans of Think. Xenakis versus Derrida. Let's go.
Do you feel that the public appreciates and understands your music better and better as we go along?
Yeah, especially younger people. The older people, they maybe don't understand me because they're old and shit. But they're bloody weak and tainted. Don't call me Ian. Come over here. Come on, sit. Get out of the cage. Why are you in there anyway?
The people that are appreciating it are much more in Germany and England than in France, for instance. Do you have any idea why, or is that just the way it is? Where's my Kerry?
Just sit down and have a chat. And look, I know you a little bit, don't I? Onion? Bring us some tea, please. I don't know. And more people who are interested in new things, Germany and difficult things, and those who speak with me say so.
Why do you write music?
I don't know. It comes from inside. I've no idea. There's a place I once knew. Now it speaks of darkness, and there's many years where I'm writing music, and I don't know why. I started writing music very late. I was over 20 already, and it was a good motivation to exist. I was trying to do something different also. Otherwise, you do not exist.
You have to do something different, or you do not exist.
That's right, Schlub. Let me just get a bit of this blood from this deceased corpse.
Thought that was tea. Have I been drinking blood this whole time? So each individual instrument must be by itself in your composition. Do they not all have to come together to perform the composition?
Oh, yes. The instrumentation is a part of what you conceive, and therefore each instrument has to be agreeable with what you conceive. Otherwise, you'll lose the struggle.
Music is always a struggle.
It is always a struggle for me, yes. There's a soul, and there's a will, and there is blood, and there is water.
Do you usually win?
I don't know. I don't really know. I try, but the music I write is not important for most people. It's like an island. Sometimes very few people will like it, and other people will not. But it takes time, so maybe after my death, they will be more interested in what I have done during my life. But it's not a problem, because I can't do it now, Alex. I'm just writing music.
Before. Are there some pieces that you write without a commission? Are there things that you just have to get out of your system?
I've noticed that each time I have to invent something different. So if I do not have a commission to write a piece, I can continue by what I am disposed to think of a new piece without it being formed. I have to write it.
You have to write it?
Yes.
By getting it out of your system, getting it out of your soul, out of your mind, and getting it out of your imagination, is it something that you simply just have to do?
Yes, I feel like this. I do it like this. In the near future, maybe I will not have to.
In your music there is an artistic achievement. Is there also entertainment value?
Entertainment. I don't care for entertainment, me. I have to write the ideas that I get. And so the ideas are above the entertainment. If people understand that as entertainment, all the best for them. I do not care.
I can see why you didn't win the sponsor race too. Ian, your life sounds like something out of a film script. Not to call me Ian. Ian, your life sounds like something out of a film script. A Greek man in his early 20s fights for his homeland as part of the communist resistance at the end of the Second World War. Shrapnel from a blast from a British tank causes horrendous facial injury that means the permanent loss of sight in one eye. He is sentenced to death after his exile to Paris, a sentence that was later commuted to a prison term, with his conviction finally quashed with the end of the junta in 1974. By the time he returns, he has become one of the leading creative figures of the century, an architect who trained, worked, and often transcended the inspiration of his mentor and boss, Le Corbusier, an intellectual whose physical and mathematical understanding of the way individual particles interact with each other and create a larger mass, atoms, birds, people, and musical notes, would produce one of the most fertile and prophetic aesthetic explorations in musical history, and all above, whose craggly, joyous, elemental music turned collections of pitches and rhythms and instruments into a force of nature, releasing a power that previous composers had only suggested metaphorically, but which he would realise with arguably greater clarity, ferocity, intensity than any musician before or since. This is the music of Ian Xenakis.
Don't call me Ian. You have no idea of the anguish that betokens the difficulty of abandoning something of oneself to be judged, and to be incapable of judging oneself, incapable of knowing what one is.
Do you have any advice for audiences who will come to hear your pieces?
No. Do you mean advice from people?
Yes.
No, they cannot advise me. I'm mastering what I am doing. I propose things, and if they like it, okay. If not, all the worse.
What of the young people?
To be independent. I have taught in Bloomington, Indiana University. I taught music composition for the students, and I do not know what the result is because I left and came back to Paris.
Well, I am not. It means you have had a long and distinguished career. Are you pleased with what you have accomplished so far, Ian?
No, I'm never pleased. Don't call me Ian. But when the people tell me that they are very interested, that makes me feel that I have done something. But that is not important. The thing that is important is that I have to write. If I do not write, that is, I am not pressed by the commissions to write, then I am finished. You could say that my career is terminated. Greeks are like that. They are a people continually in search of themselves, always ready to launch out in all kinds of rapid and violent and sometimes fatal actions, and end up not by finding themselves.
Are you optimistic about the whole future of music?
I don't know. I think it's a period now which is very low for real music. You have all sorts of people composing insignificantly. The orchestras do not care. They prefer playing the music of the past, because they have other singers in their souls and it is easier for them to do that. When you ask something new, a different thing of the instrumentalist, they do not know it. I try to do whatever I like, and I think this is the project of a composer, certainly of a worthwhile composer, but this does not mean that people should like that. They do not care most of the time. When I was in New York, people were happy what they heard in New York, especially, and it pleased me because it was different music, and I have a habit to listen to, and they were with me. I mean, with the music.
Is your music worthwhile?
Worthwhile? I don't know. That I will tell you in 50 Earth years. Sometimes I hear them say, he's intelligent, he did that correctly, or not correctly at all. It is difficult, because then I cannot trust myself, you see, because time is passing by, and your ideas at the given time are different from the ideas you have later on.
Should your music change, or should it be the same year after year?
It has to change, because I try to make things different each time.
Would you want to control it?
No, it is a surprise.
You like the surprises then?
Sometimes, yes, when they are good. Oh, I didn't care too much for that one.
Is composing fun?
No, it is very painful. I'm trying hard to do something different and new. It is like running 100 meters and being at the same time very fast. You have to try without any conquest, without trying to be the maximal of yourself when you are doing something.
I want to thank you for all of the music you have given us so far, and we look forward to all the new pieces still to come.
Oh, you are very kind. Thank you very much. Oh, shake. Oh, 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 oh. Oh my goodness, the devil seems to have shaken loose from Ian. Don't call me Ian. And he becomes Ian again. Oh, I'm Ian now. You can call me Ian now if you want. I'm just a travelling musician.
Welcome back.
Oh, the box is shut.
Could
Oh,
you...
man. Oh, my liar. What have I done? Oh, oh, oh. You're all released from my evil spell.
Cheeky bastard, are you good to me tonight?
Oh, Onion, don't be angry with me. No, Onion, I am not good to you tonight. Oh, Onion's cracked open the box, the evil box, and a sliver of dark has hit him.
You gonna shoot them?
Squawk! Oh, he's flown out the window.
Oh, no.
Muttering about revenge. But now's the time for me to try and make some amends. Pierre, can you ever forgive me?
Oui.
And I extend a hand of friendship to you, Ian.
Oh, Jock, we shall be friends forever.
Just one more thing. There's 6 to 7 weeks worth of piss and shit in the corner of my cage. It's undignifying. Could you please send somebody in to clean it?
Oh, I'm glad that you are out of the loop. I am out of the loop. The piece is over. The piece has begun. Is the piece over? Yes. Let us all inspect the flowchart that is now on the screen.
Inspect.
Just by the way, Jock, your son's still brainwashed. I can't undo that. You'll need James Woods to demystify him in season 10.
The actor James Woods.
Aye.
Interesting.
Oh, the Kraken opens the box and the gates of hell with a distressed word. Oh my goodness. The box is open again and all heck has broken loose. Oh my goodness. We are doomed.
Oh, again.
We're doomed again. Just when we thought the wee principality had been saved. We can save you. We are the true owners of the planet, like in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Oh, that's good that you're ripping that off now. There's one thing we haven't stolen anything from so far. Jump on these tiny thrones. Yes, jump on these tiny thrones.
That's Kurt Vonnegut flimsy, where we were getting all the letters from Drake from.
Oh, is that him? Yeah, it was me. It was me all along.
Anyway,
Let's
get
go.
on these tiny thrones and let's go through these tunnels. Yes, we're going to take you to the even weird republic. Hee 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 hee.
Wow, like sort of like Inception, and also a bit like Narnia.
Yeah. Ian, are you going to join us? No, I need to sit here and make some amends with my magic lyre in this box.
Am I coming? Shock.
Yeah, if you want. Why not?
Let's all go.
Onion's up in the skies looking less than happy with this situation.
So good to see you tonight.
Oh my goodness. He does not look like he's good to us the night.
Aye. We've given him $200,000.
It's bad times, isn't it? But anyway, why do we have a diary while we're going through these tunnels to the even weird Republic?
Let's do it. This diary isn't actually from Maude, just to continue the streak of not talking about her. It's from Muriel Goldman. Dear Diary. Dear Diary, June 19th, 2023. What a whirlwind of an evening it has been. Tonight was one of the most eventful nights I've had in a long time. The social calendar in Quahog is always bustling, but tonight's dinner party, hosted by none other than James Woods himself, was a true highlight. Little did I know that it would also mark the end of my journey on Family Guy. As I arrived at James Woods' extravagant mansion...
Did you put him in before? Like I
Yes.
said that? Oh my goodness.
Yes. Yeah. He's in the episode.
Alright.
He's Family Guy's Sideshow Bob. As I arrive at James Woods' extravagant mansion, I couldn't help but feel a mix of excitement and nerves. The grandeur of the setting was awe-inspiring, with chandeliers hanging from the ceilings, beautifully adorned tables, and an array of exquisite decorations. It was clear that no expense had been spared. The evening started off on a high note. I mingled with other guests, exchanged pleasantries, and engaged in witty banter. James Woods himself was a charming host, making sure everyone felt welcome, etc. As the night went on, the atmosphere grew livelier. Laughter echoed through the halls and anecdotes were shared, and I found myself the centre of attention more than once. But then, as the main course was being served, an unexpected turn of events unfolded. I overheard a hushed conversation between Seth MacFarlane, the show's creator, and some of the other writers. It was then that I discovered my character, Muriel Goldman, would meet an untimely demise in the upcoming episode. My heart sank, Diary. It was as if the room grew quiet, and all I could hear was the sound of my own breathing. I excused myself from the table, pretending to need a moment alone. Well, I wasn't pretending, I just did. In the privacy of the bathroom, I took a deep breath and gathered my thoughts. Returning to the table, I put on a brave face and continued to enjoy the rest of the evening. The conversations flowed, the wine continued to pour, and I cherished every moment, knowing that it might be the last on this show. Now, as I write these words, I can't help but feel a mixture of nostalgia and gratitude. Being Muriel Goldman on Family Guy has been an incredible experience filled with laughter. While my character's journey may be coming to an end, I will forever cherish the friendships I've made and the joy I brought to fans around the world. Tomorrow will be a new diary, and I'll embrace it with open arms. I'll hold on to the memories of this remarkable evening, surrounded by talented individuals in a world that has brought me so much joy. I should have read this first to check if it was funny. Until next time, Muriel Goldman.
But he does mention James Woods a few times, so James Woods, I remembered he's in Family Guy.
Luna Forgotten Tree, Sizemore here again. What the footlongs was that? That wasn't funny. That wasn't good. Here, I'll do one. Dear Diary, oh, what a roller coaster ride it has been. Today, I found myself in the unenviable position of having to work alongside the ever-enthusiastic Helen Lovejoy in a futile attempt to recreate Marge Simpson's Divine Rice, Crispy Square. Let me just say, Diary, that the word success was as far away from our kitchen as sanity is from a clown car. From the moment we entered Helen's kitchen, I couldn't help but be astounded by the sight before me. Her culinary domain resembled a museum of outdated appliances, with a hint of chaos and a dash of questionable hygiene. But I put on a brave smile, determined to overcome the culinary obstacles that lay ahead. As we embarked on our adventure, it became abundantly clear that Helen possessed a unique talent for imprecision. Her measuring cups were a collection of random vessels gathered from a bygone era. It was as if she raided the kitchen of a culinary pirate who had long lost his way. But hey, who needs accuracy when you can just eyeball it, right? As I diligently measured out the Rice Krispies, I couldn't help but notice Helen's deft technique of flinging ingredients into the mixing bowl. Half of the cereal ended up on the floor, creating a crunchy carpet that no vacuum cleaner could conquer. I resisted the urge to ask if she was auditioning for the next Rice Krispie Olympics. Next came the marshmallows, a simple ingredient that even a toddler could handle with grace. However, Helen decided to turn it into a scene from a sticky horror movie. She microwaved them into a molten mess, transforming her kitchen into a sugary war zone. It was like watching a deranged scientist perform marshmallow experiments gone horribly wrong. I half expected an army of mutant mallows to burst forth from the microwave, and then, diary, the unthinkable happened. Helen, in her infinite wisdom, decided to add a dash of cinnamon to our mixture. Little did I know that her idea of a dash was akin to a monsoon of cinnamon. Our squares tasted like a bizarre combination of burnt toast and a spice bazaar gone haywire. It was as if our taste buds were being punished for crimes we didn't commit. In the end, our Rice Krispie squares resembled something that could only be described as an edible abomination. The mere sight of them would make even a garbage disposal shudder in horror. So, diary, as I bid you farewell for the night, I must confess that Helen's culinary prowess continues to baffle and astound me. Perhaps next time, I'll suggest we engage in a less dangerous activity, like juggling chainsaws or wrestling a grizzly bear. Until then, I shall cherish the memories of our Rice Krispie catastrophe and hope that one day, Helen will discover a new talent that doesn't involve turning kitchens into a battleground of culinary chaos. Yours in sticky absurdity, Maude.
But what I'm referring to is the movie that I saw when I was about 16 that terrified me. In which
Videodrome.
What's that?
Was it Videodrome?
No, it's called Split Image. It's Peter Fonda is a cult leader, and James Woods is paid to break him out of the cult and de-brainwash him, and it's like
the movementarians.
Yeah, pretty much.
So Maude, in that sense, would have been an ally to James Woods.
Ally to James Woods. However, don't ever read James Woods' Twitter.
Okay, I'll stay away.
Let's finish with a song.
Let's.
Needly is Coocha.
Uncharacteristic wrong crabapple, Nedner's Brazius.
The liver crabopes de labro nedly.
E cupboards, gauss, malevolent.
Wascos for ex Yinglud.
Hoter, Madderdrades, mean figgles.
Doggett alti spring difter with Cardona.
Assorte demorthus, Milhouse.
Peter's Dastra being drunkinated.
Devio a ghost a dream. Leprehaniu.
Winkling a pooming scratterboarding.
Ul ons Kashmir Bishab's Poochie.
Buddha obvidema toen.
Muriel Goldman, Paraffeeing.
Stinks.
The end.
Stinks stiff, the end. We did it. End of
Did it.
season 9.
Longest episode ever. Definitely.
It's pretty long, isn't it? It's gonna be close to 2 hours. Nah, it won't be that long. It won't be that long. It won't be as long as some of them. Anyway, now we're all here. Thank you, Mice. Welcome. Thanks, Kate Vonnegut. No problem, lads. And
Thanks, everybody.
yeah, thanks everyone. We're in the Even Way Republic. Who's survived then? Zaz, give me a rundown.
Just us two. It's Flimsy and Rosewater. Flimsy and Lawrence. We left them behind.
No, they made it. They're with us.
The Bull and Manticores, Beef Skellington, Pants.
They're with us. They've never been with us, have they?
No, they just live in the Salt Circle in like it's a hotel.
Nice.
Snaggy's with us.
And
Rod.
Pierre's tied to the chair. What do you say, Pierre? Give me some blood. Give me some blood. Let's raise a glass to those. Let's raise a glass to all the people who died in this season, and their names will be going up on the screen as we speak.
Exactly.
And to those eternally strapped to mountains, all hail corporate imperialism. The end. No cliffhangers, no extra bits. We're just happily in the Even Weir Principality.
Yes,
so that's nice. That sets up season 10, doesn't it?
It does indeed. Goodbye. See you then.
Bye.
Bye.